You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. We got a great discussion tonight. We're going by, excuse me, people. Had to sneeze. We're going by the way of social media, what's trending on social media tonight. So basically, I'm going to be listening tonight and see what you guys got to say. You know, it's a lot going on, and we got a war going on, and we got Jada Pickett, her and her husband Will. I mean, man, it's like wow, it's a lot going on. But so I want you guys to call in tonight, and I'm gonna be on about an hour, and we want to talk about the trending topics on social media. So we want to talk about. So people, this is live, uncut, unedited. Come on, call in, people. Y'all know the number 872-299-0808. Again, 872-299. I'm sorry, 872-299-0808. 872-297-6389. All right, call in, people. We want to talk about the war. We've been quiet. We've been silent. I haven't said anything. Angelique Moore, I see you. Shirley Lindsay, I see you. We haven't said anything about the war on this site. Nico Sterling, what's going on? All right, Lanisha, all right, I see you. Anton Taylor, all right. Tamara, all right. Nathan, what's going on, bro? What's that? Latanya Moore, all right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. And all right, I'm welcome for some stars. I haven't been begging for no stars lately, but I'm gonna beg for some stars today. All right, people, y'all know I got a birthday coming up, so get ready. Saturday is my birthday. I'll be the speed limit 55. Oh Lord, I'm getting old. Thank God for life. Thank God for life. All right, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389 is the call-in number. We're going to talk about the war tonight. Somebody said they can't hear it. Turn your phone up. Turn your phone up. Turn your volume up on your phone. I don't think my sounds are low. If you guys, hey, Leslie Brown, what's up, Leslie? I see you. Barbara Ray, I see you. Karen, what's going on, Karen? Kena Nicole, hey, Kena. Ernestine Lawrence, your hair looks good. Thank you so much. I got it done for my birthday. Vicky Gavin, what's going on? Nikki Knowles, what's going on? Dion Hill, Dion Hill. All right, Hill, all right. All right, LaShawn. All right. Marquise Booker, what's going on? All right, Silverstone. I need you to call in, Miss Sylvia Candy Apple. You always got something to say. Call in, my dear sister. Call in. We're going to talk about the war tonight. We're going to talk about Jada Pickett. We're going to talk about some what's trending on social media tonight. We haven't been on here in a while for an open discussion, but we're here tonight, and I need to hear from you. It's not about what I think, about what I say. I want to hear from you guys. All right. Thank you, Vanessa. It's Saturday. Saturday is my birthday, October the 21st. I was born 1968, the same year Martin Luther King got killed. 55 years ago. I'll tell you. Live, uncut, unedited. Thank God for life. Thank God for mercy. I tell you. I can't call in Martin Lawler. I'm still at work. Okay. That's cool. Still at work. All right. I need somebody to call in. Let's talk about these topics. 872-299-0808. 872-297-6389. Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. And I need you guys to share this video. I am the crime chaser. I am live, uncut, unedited. That's who I am, people. If you don't know who I am, Those of you that never heard of me, check me out. You can go back some years and check me out. I have many imposters, but there's only one, the original, Martin G. Johnson, aka the Crime Chaser, live, uncut, unedited. I tell you. All right, people. All right, Nathan, you was born on the same day that I was. I didn't know you was born on the 21st, Nathan. All right. All right, people. Let's get it going on. My phone lines. I need a phone call. Let's talk about this war. Listen, let's talk about it. What's going on? I seen some people downtown in City Hall protesting. If I can get some of those protesters that was protesting on either side, call in. Tell me, what are your concerns? What's your concerns about this war? Is it political? Is it religious? Which one is the war about? Is it about political or is it religious? I tell you. Come on, talk to me. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. I tell you. Often imitated but never duplicated. All right. All right. Come on, people. Jules Smith, my brother, all right, is a biblical religious. All right. Let's talk about it. Somebody said both. Well, call in, people. Y'all act like y'all afraid to call in. We ain't been on here in a while. 872-299-0808. 872-297-6389. I need you to call in, and we're going to talk about the trending topics on social media on all platforms. On Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. There are people that are talking about the war on TikTok. On also, they're talking about Jada Pinkett and her boyfriend Will Smith, her husband, rather. So I want to hear from you guys. All right, let's find out some of the protesters. This is all about the Benjamins. Somebody said they don't know why them chocolate cookies was down there to my black folks. All right. They said they don't know why black folks. I've heard a lot of black people say this is not our fight. That's what I heard a lot of people say. They told me this is not our fight. Now, that's not what I'm saying. I'm repeating what I've heard on the street. That a lot of black people saying this war doesn't have anything to do with black people. That's what I've been told. All right, people, share this video. Share it. Share it. I need somebody to call in that's not afraid to talk. I won't tell them your name. I promise you. I won't tell the people your name. I won't do it. Just come on and call on in and let the crime chaser be great. Let me be great tonight. I'm going to share my own video. I got 7 shares, people. 7 shares. And I got 47 people on Facebook, 10 people on YouTube. On my other page, 1 person. Now, I can't get more people to share my video. Oh, my goodness. I got a call. All right, I got a call. I said, I'm not going to holler out no names. Now, if you want to say your name, you can say your name, caller. It's cool with me. You can come on in 6112. All right. Got my first caller. Hey, caller.
What's going on, Mark?
What's going on, man? What you got to say about these trending topics?
Man, talking about the war and talking about Jada Pinkett. I was just watching Jada Pinkett, but I want to talk about the war, man.
Okay, come on, let's hear it. Now, don't expect me to respond. I'm just gonna be a listening ear tonight. Go ahead, brother. All right.
I believe I would have some information From my experience and what I'm learning. Not only was I watching the news about it when it happened, but I've had an opportunity to sit at the table with Congress Jonathan Jackson just a few days ago, and that
Okay.
issue popped up um, along with the migrant situation. Uh, One of the things that we was told is that right now there's 26 countries that don't have United States ambassadors represented.
Okay.
Um, with that being said, my view of that was that, what I'm saying, me knowing what an ambassador is, that lays out governmental diplomacy and when there is chaos between countries, or whoever the U.S. is into it with, that ambassador goes in and set a peace treaty. And when you have 26 countries that don't have that representation coming from the United States, it's showing us the face right now what the United States is doing. And a lot of plays in which they have their hands in the wars that's going on around the world right now, dealing with the Israel and Hamas, all that, that Palestinians, they've been looking for their land, or they've been looking for their sovereignty over there in that land since the people was put inside of Israel, saying they went back to get their land back. They just said over there. The United States had something to do with that. Uh, we talk about Haiti and everything that's going on. The United States have a lot to do with a lot of wars because of colonization, the trade, the money,
Mm.
and it's all about money in these wars. So what we're seeing right now in the United States is the effect of it, but I truly would say too that us as a black people have nothing to do with these wars. We have always been dealing with our own oppression over here, and now we are on the back burner, which is easy to put us on the back burner. And you see all these South Americans coming over from Venezuela, uh, and not only that, actually a lot of people are moving over
Oh,
here with children that don't even belong to them.
can I ask
So,
you a question? I want to ask you a question.
uh huh.
Why do you say, and I've been told that too, that this fight don't have nothing to do with black people? Tell me that. What's your opinion on
Uh,
that, and what's your thought on that? I just want to know that.
well, first off, since the movement, before the movement, you didn't have any black politicians in the Senate and things like this. As the United States was setting in place what's going on now. After the movement, then black people started having a obligation and the drive to run for office, and we have come far to the point where we can represent this country, but we still don't represent this country. So even though you have black politicians, they're not the ones that's making the decisions on foreign policy and things like that. I was looking at a video concerning um, when Congressman Jackson, even though he's been in there over maybe the second term now, but when he stand on the floor and address the issues that he have uh, representing the people of Illinois, uh, they don't have the respect of listening to them. So black politicians, we don't have the representation, and the black people, like I say, we have faced our own issues. The world has seen us deal with the oppression and what we're dealing with. And we're dealing with it in our own way, but other cultures and ethnicities are dealing with it in their way. Now we will be caught up in it because chaos is going to erupt and survival mode is on. And that's why it's important for us, black people over here in the United States, which people around the world are watching us and looking forward to us doing. But now it's getting to the point where they tired of watching us not come together. And they're setting examples. So we're going to be left behind and we don't come together and form our own bravement and be brave enough to sit up there and stand up against the same thing that others are starting to stand up against when it comes to what the United States has done, what I'm saying, around the world. So that's what this war is all about. And we're starting to see it spread. We see the here in Chicago, Chicago is not the only place where you had
brother, I
Palestinians
still
and Islamic people.
okay, hold it. I'm trying to figure out, and I need to question, you didn't tap dance all around it. Why black people should stand down and stay out of this war? I mean, a lot of black people say
it's not our fight. The issue of this war is not our fight. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because it needs to be said, because we have been lied to forever. That land over there, in which God has placed His name on in Israel, don't belong to none of the people that's fighting on the land right now. So the thing is that we are not a part of a war. We haven't did anything to anyone, and everyone have seen us deal what we dealt with. That's not our war. What our war needs to be is what we haven't yet stood up for and fought it for. And if we were to fight to have our land back over there, we don't even know enough to know why we fighting for something that belongs to us. But the reason why black people need to stand down in this issue is it's not our war. And at the time that this war is going on, we need to use that time to set up our own act of government or whatever and unify ourselves. This is the time now that we really need to start doing stuff like that. So, I mean, that's the only thing. It's just not it's not our war, Martin. Not our war.
Okay. I just want to know, because, I hear a lot of black people. I hear a lot of black people say that this is not our war. And they really mean it, Now, I'm just talking tonight, people. I'm not commenting. I'm not making no comments or anything. I'm just asking questions. So ignore me. But I hear a lot of talk say that this is not our war. I'm standing down. Ain't got nothing to do with us. And that's what I've been hearing. Yeah.
Don't. Like I was gonna say, all the protests that's been going on downtown concerning this war. This is not only happening here; it's happening in LA. It's happening in United Kingdom. It's happening in all the other countries where you have the Islamic believers that's standing up for the sake of, and all of them ain't standing up for Israel. Most of them standing up for Hamas. You know what I'm saying? Israel, Hamas are just like Ukraine and Russia. They're brothers and sisters. They're the same people. Just like the black people over here have been damaged to the point to believe to hate each other and themselves. Look at what the nation has did to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And now, as the word of God says, that the commandment and the law of the land is paralyzed. Becoming paralyzed because governments has you know what I'm saying, it's just evil in the world now. So
yeah, because I mean a lot of people I had a lot of black people say, this ain't got nothing to do with us. We stand out of it.
But but in a way, it not directly, but in a way it do. In a way it do, because we're gonna be affected. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, let me pose this question. Are the Jews that's over in Israel now are the original Jews that was first over there that the Bible talk about? Maybe I can ask that question.
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Hold on, brother. I need some callers. 872-299-0808. Again, 872-297-6389. All right, people. Let me say it again. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, go ahead, my brother.
Yep. I was it's not that Great Britain themselves play a major role in that over there, and them people receiving that land over there. And when it came to the Western Wall that bordered those people, which are the same brothers and sisters of the people that's in Israel, believe it or not, all that trade in the United States sitting up there and behind a wall making deals, promising people things over here, and then going around promising their brothers that over there, and then a fight breaking out and everything because they feeling like we being lied to. Britain had a lot to do with that. You know, and now you're just seeing the effect of it. The people that's over there in Israel right now has been holding them people, them Palestinians, as they say, they've been holding them that land and things forever. Another thing, the United States of America, so crazy.
Hold it.
A lot of sanctions.
Hold it right there too. If any Palestinians is listening to this live, you're welcome to call in. Any Israel Jews that is represent over in the Middle East, you're welcome to call in too. We're not being biased. We just want to hear from you and tell us what's going on. Reb, we got another caller, but go ahead, finish your statement, Reb. I got another caller. Go ahead.
I was watching. I was watching because you know anytime stuff pop up, they start putting it on, showing documentaries and everything. And I was watching a documentary on Hamas and the poverty over there and how children have to stop going to school in order to help their parents and everything. And it's just messed up. So the only thing that I would say, dealing with these wars and the people that's being taken out of their homes and have to evacuate, I would say that we need to put our shoes in the issues of understanding, though we may not know how they live, but let's feel for them in a certain way, because a lot of them people are innocent that's dealing with this. And we're dealing with light afflictions compared to the things that they have dealt with and how they have to come over here and try to find freedom. So I will say we do need a little humanitarian in us in being able to know who these people is, ask them what do they want. You know what I'm saying? Us as black people over here, capitalize this instead of just complaining. So.
Hold it. Come on, caller. 4744. Come on, caller.
Oh, okay. How you doing? This is Najee Islam.
All right. How you doing, my bro? Yeah, I hear loud and clear. Go ahead.
What's going on, bro? I've been checking you out for a while.
Okay.
First time I ever called.
Okay. Yeah. Peace and blessings, bro.
I'm from the city. Peace and blessings to you too, bro.
Yes.
You know, I'm from the city.
Okay.
I work with a lot of the youth in the city.
Mm-hmm.
What's called We Are Not Ops. And when it comes to something like that, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King said, suffering anywhere, suffering everywhere. And, you know, you have black people that are saying, I hear some of it, but I don't hear a lot of it. But I hear that we are involved. We should get involved. And I say we should, because we already are suffering people. And we ourselves, I'm in the street with a lot of these guys. You got black people right now that don't even support black people. The kids, they hate these little kids. I promise you they do. They talk bad about them. They tell me, man, Nas, you shouldn't even do that, man. You wasting your time. This is from other people. And some of them even outreach workers. So it's just crazy. It's a mess. But we can always say something ain't got nothing to do with us until it does. When you have people who's suffering, and not just to say that, but when you have Palestinians and black people have been in support of each other since the Black Panther Party, since forever. Dr. King, Malcolm X has always been in support. And you have someone like Joe Biden, who said himself, and you can go and look it up. He said, if it wasn't a country called Israel, we're going to have somebody over there. But that's just how they feel. It's like somebody just dropped in on you, and for the next 70 years, you dealing with that individual. So I'm in support of any suffering people around the world. And people fail to realize the Palestinians was on the front line and in support of our brother George Floyd and other people. But you have black people themselves that don't support black people in their own neighborhood. I know mothers, I know fathers and stuff that just let their kids just run out and just go anywhere. They don't really want to check on them or nothing. And they be on Facebook talking about these kids. No, your kids, because I just seen them. I'm just saying what's real, bro.
Okay, I listen.
Don't nobody have to believe me or anything.
Listen,
I'm
brother.
just saying.
I'm not here to debate with
Yes,
you.
sir.
I'm just listening. I promise you. I'm here, you brother. If
No,
I agree with
I
you,
don't even mind that.
okay, yeah,
Yes, sir. I don't even mind that.
Right.
I'm not here to just say
Right.
I got the understanding and I don't believe that.
right,
But I like the fact that you have dialogue, that you
Right.
have people speaking on different topics, because people don't want to speak on this topic.
they are
They
afraid.
don't want to speak on this. They scared. They're
Mm.
afraid. Either they at work with some. And look, I know some Israelite brothers. I'm not against none of it. But, and of course, was that wrong? Yes, it was wrong for what happened. But we have to realize, when you in a home, you know how they take their homes? It's by eminent domain. Let me get this. And they go by a book that they said they were a part of.
Mm.
And if you want to really go by that book, you got aesthetic Jews. Why ain't nobody talking about them? But every now and then on Facebook or other social media platforms, they will have them saying it will be aesthetic Jews protesting with the Palestinians, because they don't believe that Israel should exist. You know why?
Mm.
Israel is not a country until the Messiah comes. The Messiah haven't came.
Mm.
The
Hey,
Messiah comes
hold
to
it right there.
establish Israel.
I'm gonna
Yes,
come
sir.
back to you, brother. I got two more callers. I want to get these two in. Just stay right there. You don't have to go anywhere. 2742. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So I'm listening to the guy just spoke, and they talking about the war and black people saying we need to fight. Black people are the most. We are the real people. I would say in my life, except when it comes to one another. That is not our war. We got a war that's in our backyard. We got a war all throughout the cities. You got kids down in the street. You got poverty. You got homelessness with the black youth. And you worry about some people who cannot stand us. Either one of them, they don't like us. Nobody likes us. But we always trying to save the world, but we won't even save ourselves. When he was speaking on people say he should be there for the youth, that's the difference. He should be there for the youth. But them people, the Palestinians, whatever they are, they don't give a shit about us. Them so-called Jews run everything that's in the neighborhood. They run all the stores. They run everything. They own everything. And when he was speaking about them coming to take and let me have this, they've been doing that to black people forever.
Hmm.
They've been doing it forever. Look what they're doing to the neighborhood. Gentrification, ain't that what they're doing? They've been doing that forever. It's like we are so save the world. We always poking our nose and other people's business has nothing to do with us. Even when it comes to the immigrants, I don't care about them, but they don't care about us. Them people are getting money to live in our neighborhoods to buy us out of them. And it's like, I understand you want to believe in humanity. Believe in humanity in your own neighborhood, within your own people. Because at the end of the day, them people go ride for their own kind. When that war over, black people going to be a thought, even if a thought. But people don't care about y'all. And they always want to jump in on somebody else's problems. I just don't get it. Well, we have so many problems that's facing us as black people, black men, black women. Look at these kids in the street dying every day. You think those so-called Jews or Protestant, Pakistanis, wherever they are, them people don't care about y'all. Them people have a business in our neighborhood, and they act like they're scared of us, but have business in it. That doesn't make sense. So why are you worried about this, what they call this white man's war? Because that's what it is. It has nothing to do with black people.
Go ahead, bro.
Can I have something with that?
Go ahead.
No, she spoke in a general sense. I don't care. I ain't talking about no migrants or none of that stuff. I'm talking about in support of other people who are suffering. Every Arab here is not Palestinian. I know Palestinians.
Them people don't like whatever race they are. They do not like.
Look. But that's just promoting some. You telling me what people don't like, but so I'm supposed to go off of what people don't like? No, I'm not doing that. I don't go off of anger or hate for other people. If you don't like,
it's about race. Person, you know so much common sense to know it's about race.
No, you don't. You're not letting me talk. I'm in the streets right now. I'm with the youth. I work with the youth. My own, not even the organization, my own thing. I work with the young people in the community. What I'm saying is, why Dr. King, why Malcolm X reached out and worked with other suffering people around the world? Because why? You have capitalists and imperialists, they work with each other. They work with each other all the time. And it's not trying to get on the bandwagon to try to fight. No, I'm speaking up about what is wrong. That's what I'm doing. And while I'm doing that, I'm still working in my community. You have people right now today always talking about the black people, they not doing nothing for their community. They go and shut their doors. They don't even talk to these kids. They hate these kids.
Hey,
I see it all the time.
my brother.
But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not hating for nobody. I speak up against certain things. And since this is national, I speak up for the suffering people around the world too.
Let me just say this too. Let me say this, then I'll let you go, sister. I just want to say this. How do you expect black people, brother? You work with the youth diligently. You know, a lot of black people, we hate each other. How could a black person that hate each other go and try to support somebody in another country? They don't even like their own people to look like them. Isn't that hypocritical?
I said it. You're right.
Ain't that hypocritical?
I said it.
You
yes,
see,
it is.
listen,
yes, it
you
is.
see young black,
put it in there.
you see young black men shoot and kill each other, and you walk past like there's nothing. That's nothing. It ain't none of my relative. Who was that? Who they said was a female? Okay, but I'm just saying, why are we trying to save folks and we can't even save our own selves? That's all I'm saying.
This is what I'm. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying we can't just act like these people is just animals. What's been done to them, or we can't act like this stuff is just not happening. Dr. Martin Luther King didn't do that. Malcolm X didn't do that. What I'm saying is we can't just sit back and not have no words for it and let the imperialists and the capitalists of the country send our black bodies over there. I got cousins that's over there fighting in any wars that they help to create with these other imperialists and these capitalists. Now, I do understand the basis, the premise of it's not our fight. We got too much stuff going on right now. I do understand that. But what I do understand is how you reach across lines. Like, you got people in other countries that's kidnapped, and America helps them. They encourage stuff that goes on. We might say it don't matter, but our tax dollars go into a lot of this BS. Our tax dollars go into a lot of these tanks that's knocking people off. And we sit back and just don't say anything, which is cool. If you want to do that, that's cool. But don't get at other people who want to speak up against the suffering of other people, not just in our country, but around the world. Because the best way to get in, to have your voice being heard, is to put it on blast. That's what Malcolm X did, Patrice Lumumba, Dr. King, and what happened? All of them did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, sister, go ahead, my dear sister.
You got Joe Biden talking about it.
I understand what he's saying, but he got to understand this. Okay, once that war was right, those people of that faith or that race, whatever, I guarantee them people don't give a shit about you. Them people are saying will lock their doors. Hold on, them people will lock their doors. Look at all the black youth there. I can imagine what they say about us at their dinner table. So my thing is this: like, we as black people, we are a small percentage in the United States, a very small percentage, and we have so much hell going on, and it's been going on forever and ever and ever. They fight whatever. I'm sure after they look over, the United States will get them billions and billions and billions of dollars to fix whatever in their country.
It hasn't happened yet.
They're going to, though. Trust me. Like,
it hasn't happened in 70 years.
Well, that's not your problem. That's their problem, is it? That's not your problem.
It is. You know why? It's an issue for me as well.
Yeah,
it's an issue for me as well because they do the same thing here. If we don't speak up for all suffering people, it's going to continue. They're not going to, and then I don't have the preconceived notion that they hate us. You know how much time I grew up, how people told me African people from Africa, they hate you. They hate you. I come to find out they never hated me. They never understood what was going on. And the Palestinians that I know is the same ones who stood up and they spoke out against violence and the police brutality in this country.
And I
not
bet
just
you they
from
stores don't
Johnsburg.
put no money in your neighborhood. They suck all the
You
money out of
going
your
off-
neighborhood and sleep with all your women. Yes, I ain't going off our
You
hood.
assuming that. You assuming
true.
that. Just like you assume that
true.
all of them hate us.
A lot of them don't like you. They like you as an individual.
How do you know
but
that?
not as a
How do
race.
you know that? How do
Okay,
you know that?
you are brainwashed as a black man, or you want to save the world, but
See,
keep
see
on
how you
trying
just
to save
white
the
me and
world.
said I'm brainwashed?
Okay.
You
You
don't know
are
nothing
very
about me.
brainwashed.
Okay.
You're
You don't
very
know nothing
brainwashed.
about me.
Okay. Hold it right there. I got
That's my
Sarge.
opinion. I'm gonna say that's my
That's-
opinion about you. My
And
opinion.
your opinions are very wrong.
Sarge,
Okay,
go
don't
ahead.
know what
brother.
you're
Have a
talking
good-
about.
Okay.
912.
brother. Have
Hold
a
it.
good one.
912. Come on, Sarge. I think that's Sarge.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's your opinion about this, bro?
Well, my opinion is this is a recipe for disaster for this country.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
Uh-oh. Well, let's
Now,
hear it. Let's hear it.
Number one, Israel is not a NATO force.
Mm.
Okay? They're not in NATO. Number two, when we were in Afghanistan and Iraq doing all of what we was doing because of 9/11, you know who was not there? The Israeli military. So I got a personal axe to grind with that. I don't want our military helping them do anything. One hand wash the other hand, both hands wash the face. Now, when you get to the recipe for disaster, there are unknown sleeper cells in the United States right now due to the borders being wide open, and they're laying in wait. They're laying in wait. Now, if you look at it from a regional perspective, Israel has been told, if you go into that little area that's the Gaza Strip, and they are cut off from everybody, the way it's geographically set up, they can't exit that country and go anywhere. They can't cross the border to Egypt. They don't want them. If they go to the west, it's water. Where they gonna float to? If they go to the east, that's the land held by the Israelis. So they stuck. And Iran already put it out. Go ahead and invade and watch what happens. You've got Lebanon to the north. You've got Jordan to the direct east. And then you've got Iran to the furthest east on that landmass. They go in, they have vowed to destroy the Israelis. Okay? Now, if you put United States intervention in there to try to deter militarily the destruction, okay, that's going to fall back on large cities in the United States where there will be attacks by sleeper cells from said countries.
Mm. So hold it right there.
This is
Hold on,
this is
Sarge.
not,
Hold it.
One more thing,
Sarge,
real quick.
No,
Okay.
hold it. I have a question. So you telling me if America backs Israel to invade Palestine country, that the Palestinians probably going to attack us over here? Is that what you're saying?
The ones that are already here, yes, it's going to be 9/11 to the third power.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. You could talk, but I want to get it clear. See, you talking military terms. A lot of us are not familiar with those terms. So you got to kind of break it down and tell us.
I'm glad you pulled my coattail.
Okay, that's man.
So so that from me being,
okay,
a person that
another
served
question.
in these wars.
Another question.
That's
What,
how I'm looking at it. Go ahead.
Sarge, what are sleeping cells? Explain that to the audience.
Okay, sleeper cells, those are groups of terrorists that live amongst the American population that are given a facade that they are doggone working individuals, business owners, whatever. They give no inclination that they are members of said groups. But when certain things happen, they band together and they formulate attacks. And they got the thing set up so sweet. To break it down in civilian terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say if you got a street gang, I'm not gonna name a street gang. You have a street gang, and they figure, well, if we eliminate the leader of the gang, it's gonna crumble. They do things the opposite way. One is eliminated, another one rises in its place and continues mission. And they have no idea how many sleeper cells there are in this country right now. They have no clue. So it's not going to end well for the United States.
Okay.
Because they, the Biden has talked about slating 2,000 United States service members to go over there and assist. I'm like, wrong answer. That is the complete wrong answer. And that's public information and it's out there.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Hold it right there,
do
Sarge.
What you do.
Hold it, Sarge. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you guys, my dear sister and brother. 0123. Come on, caller. See what you have to say. Truck driving. Hey,
how you doing, Martin?
What's your comment about this? Go ahead.
I was really just listening in, Martin.
Okay.
I'm on the road, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm just listening in.
Okay, no problem. Okay. I want to go back to the brother, 4744. Then I want to come back to 2742. Okay, 4744. Come on, my brother. Hey,
yeah, this is Najee. How you doing?
Go ahead, Najee. Go ahead.
Oh,
what you got to say about what Sarge just said? Now he's speaking from
only thing that I can. I understand that, and I know some of war, but not that kind of war. But it has some truth in it. However, I just look at not just history, but what people says on their platforms, and what I know of what Hamas, who I don't support nothing like that, and it's just like I don't support Mossad either, but when they say that they looking for their country to be like it was before they forced those European Jews in there, that's what they want. They said they don't care about no other, they're not trying to force nobody from any other countries or any of that. They only focus is Palestine. Now, the other people, the people like Bin Laden and all these other names, that's what they own. They own stuff like that. But when you speak to and go and look on their sites, on Hamas site, and you look at the people and what they're talking about, because we got to remember, the people voted them in, just like the people we voted in, like Bush, who other people in other countries said. So the people voted Hamas in. And Hamas, from what I understand is, from what they say and what history has shown, in 70 years, they have not came over here to do no damage. They have only said that they want Palestine to be like it was before. And they're not saying they don't want Jews. They saying they don't want Israel, just like the ascetic Jews that's over there. They said they don't want Israel because Israel, they put off to us as it is a religious country, but it's more secular. And they're taking everything over. They want it all. So I do understand what the brother was saying, and I do agree with him that, of course, if you look at history, things like that have already happened. But from what the Palestinians, well, I ain't gonna say the Palestinians, I'll say Hamas. They say they are just focused on having their country there. They don't have no beef with other countries. And in 70 years, it has not been one attack in the country from a Palestinian saying this is for Palestine.
Okay.
So I just look at stuff like that. And I got to get ready to get off.
Okay,
too.
bro.
But I appreciate you having me on.
Okay.
I thank the sister. You know, I'm not mad at my people. I still love my sisters. I love my brothers. And peace out. I appreciate y'all.
6112 real quick. 6112. Come on, Doc.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on what he said because he was saying the Jews in Israel. First, I want, just for a teaching moment, Israel, the land, is what it is. The people in the land that has been put in the land are considered the Jews that are not Jews. They are not Jews. They say they're Jews. They may be Jewish, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we got to stop saying that they are Israel. They are not Israel. The land is named Israel. And that's the problem now. We looking at anybody like United States, whoever places these people inside that land, you can place whoever you want to place in the land, and you're going to believe just like they telling you that they Jews when they are not Jews. That's what this issue is all about, dealing with Hamas and what Hamas believe, because all the Palestinians, they are all Palestine over there. You know what I'm saying? Inside of Gaza, but everybody that's Palestinian over there in Gaza are not Hamas fighters. Hamas fighters are the frontline fighters that's sitting up there and saying, hey, let's get these devils from by our border and let's be able to advance. It's all about advancement too. They want some of that land too. Everybody, if you over there and you understand how holy and promising that land is, but at the same time, you also got to understand the side of Hamas, they dealing with a lot of poverty. They've been promised some equity. They've been promised the same thing we've been promised, like 40 acres and a mule and a mule. And in the past 70 years, they ain't got nothing. So what's, like Pac said, I'm going to end it with this. We're knocking on the door. We're saying we are hungry. Feed us, give us clothes, and you're not answering the door. And then we coming back and we knocking on the door, and you looking through the peephole and saying, you don't look right. Y'all niggas, forget y'all. But now when we get tired and a couple of nickel teeth gets full, we're going to kick through the door, and we taking what we feel is obligated to us. And that's the only thing. That's the only thing. So when it comes back to us, I'm not going to say that we're not affected and we shouldn't support. We should support. We should support that. Because like they doing the same thing that King and like that brother said that S was saying about them. They was just sitting up there and giving leverage in the atmosphere of voice saying, stand up for yourselves and fight against this European devil. And that's what we should support. But instead of us fighting a war with them that they're going to take care of anyway, we need to sit up there and prepare ourselves to establish ourselves so when it comes for us, we're in order. That's all.
Okay. Go ahead, my dear sister. Then I'm going to go back to Sarge. Yeah.
I agree. I always look at when they say that they're Jewish. I know they're not real Jews. They're white people because they look at it as a religious thing more than a skin color. And so I do believe that it's about conquer. And I think what it is, it's a bigger picture than what the world sees because it's always a bigger picture than what the world sees. We see snippets of everything, but everything is always set in place. Even if you look at the point of every other race, whereas Japanese, Chinese, is always a war that's created by a white person. They create these wars, and then they say we as one when they want us, every race, to join them to fight against one particular race. That's just how it's always going to be. Until other races look at it and say these are the people that's creating this havoc. So it's like let's go destroy somebody else's land because this is what happened. History just constantly repeats itself. And then once they finish destroying someone's land, then we back in the United States, and guess who the target? Black people are always the target when we come back into the United States. And so, like he said, as a race of people, and every other race, do they put themselves as an army? Let's even go back to the migrants. If you look at, well, I ain't gonna say the migrants illegals, you look at that, them are a bunch of young men. I believe that they're preparing them for war too. They got to use them to fight over there too. So these are war age men. If you do, you got to earn your keep somewhere to stay over here. So they ain't giving them nothing for anything. It's something for nothing. It's deeper than what we see. It's way deeper because you look at it like this. They just let them come over here, right? And all of a sudden it's a war. So that lets you know these are war age men. They said, you coming over here? Okay, you can go to war. We'll give your wife and your kids a place to live. We'll give y'all all this money, but guess what? We want you on that front line. Because we want our American sons and daughters, husbands and wives to come home to their families. So we'll let y'all fight because we feel like y'all ain't got much to lose. But see, they're going to make them, okay, I'll give y'all this, I'll give y'all that. It's deeper than what people think. It's deeper. So that's my take on it.
Okay, Sarge. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, she's absolutely right when she's talking about military-age men, because when the United States was stretched too thin in two different locations, you had the illegal immigrants that were promised a fast track to gain citizenship if they joined the United States military in certain jobs. So she's absolutely correct on that. 100%. She's 100% correct.
Sarge, so you don't feel that America should get involved in this war?
At all. See, the thing that I'm looking at on the underside is, as long as you've got havoc in that region, you will never have a united Arab region on earth. See. And that's what it is. As long as you've got the Israelis over there being the snitches for the rest of the world, ooh, we see them doing this, we see them doing that. They have value. Okay? If you eliminate them, and it's a whole Arab country, right? From what is now Israel all the way east to what is Iran, that whole area, okay? They ride under one flag. That's power.
Well, let me just make an announcement, people. I'm taking a few more calls. We got about 10 more minutes or so. If any Palestinians is listening to this call, or any Jewish people listening, you feel free to call in. We don't want to be biased, but we're speaking on this from a Black perspective, what we see and what we know. So I don't want to favor one side, neither side. I'm keeping my personal opinion to myself. I'm letting you guys talk and to say how you guys feel. So to me, there's really no right and wrong answer. I'm just here to listen. I want to hear both sides. And I've heard some good things. I've heard some good things, some factual things that I believe to be factual. So let me say this number. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right. Sarge, another question real quick. Do you believe that this war is political or religious war?
Political.
Political, okay.
Political under the cloak of religion. Because if they looked at it, if they looked at it from an actual religious standpoint, historically, who was never defeated? The Philistines. Now, who are the offshoots of the Philistines? The Palestinians. So you're dealing with a force of people through biblical times that could never get defeated by the Hebrews that were freed in Egypt to cross. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, Sarge.
So
and before the Jews were Jews, Sarge, what were they?
Israelites.
which are what? Hebrew.
Well, I say Hebrews, and then you had everybody was ites, because if you notice, when Moses, according to biblical text, Moses was in the tent of Jethro. Okay.
Yep.
And wasn't Jethro a Menite? Something like that?
Yep,
Midianite.
Yep.
Now, he married Jethro's daughter. In order for him to marry,
yep,
he had to become Midianite to marry the daughter. Then travel back to Egypt, blah, 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 blah. The rest is history.
That's the history.
Canaanites and all these ites. I just look at it like this. You got ites. Right. Ites. Ites.
And if we were to put in modern day time, all those ites considered as all those ones that look like ites over there in that land that's been fought for, which is the original Hebrew land.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, the thing about it also with the children of Israel, because you got to go back to these days of biblical times in order for us to understand today. You got to find your lineage. So the children of Israel, remember when they did come out of Egypt and started going toward the promised land, they had to go through all them regions of them ites, remember? And what did God tell Israel? He told them to wipe them out. But what did they do? They went in and they accepted their gods, they accepted their cultures, they married unto their people and everything like that. Now, he also told them after that, because you did that, now they're going to be thorns in your side for the rest of the age to come. He told them that.
Yeah, but that's because they could not defeat the Philistines.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not all into the Bible. I look at it more from a historic perspective. And that's the main reason I say, well, not the main, but it's one of other reasons I say this is something the United States don't need to be involving themselves with, because they're opening up a can of worms that they don't want.
Messing with a prophecy that ain't got nothing to do with.
Exactly. I'm telling them, it's like, okay, y'all keep playing here. Y'all keep on playing. And when the reality kicks in, it's going to be, because see, they don't know, you got these different factions thereof, right? Like in Africa, they have Boko Haram. So who do you think they follow as of a group? Well, that would be Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, thus and so.
Sarge.
Exactly.
Let me say this. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes. Let me just say this real quick. I was talking to a Palestine friend of mine, and he was saying that they want to control the air, the water, the land. He said they don't have planes over in Palestine. He said Israel, they got planes and everything. They just using machine guns.
They got MiGs.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that a fact?
Okay. Yeah, that's factual. But the thing is this: you got to look at it like, put a picture in your mind. You have a large country that has the same stuff. You got one directly to your north, okay, like over your head at 12 o'clock. You got another one at 2 o'clock. Do you have another one a great distance away that could roll equipment in on 18-wheelers and set up shop? 3 entire countries way larger than Israel versus one, because they are going to go and do a ground war invasion on a country that has a border that is 7 miles long when connected to doggone Egypt. I mean, for the mileage, it's like this here. In Chicago, every 8 blocks equals a mile.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is just do the math. 8 times 7 is what? and count it in blocks in a straight line. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hold it right there, Sarge.
'Cause
We're gonna end it
Uh-huh.
right there. I've been on the hour, so I was gonna be on the hour. Thank y'all so much. We didn't get a chance to talk about Will Smith, but that's okay. We talked about the war. It was good. Thank you guys for your comment. This is live, uncut, unedited. I want to thank all my panel for tuning in. Thank those that was in the messenger for writing. So make sure you guys share this video, and hopefully, if we do this again, more like we probably will, we'll get some Jewish people on here and some Palestine people on here, and we have a conversation and see what's going on. How
yeah,
about that?
that'd be good.
That'd be good. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
So we want to invite them on.
That'd
Yeah.
be that,
And I'm
yeah,
quite
that'd be
sure
real good.
that they can educate us on both sides as of what's going on. So I want to thank you guys. It's live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we
Tell the truth
and what?
and shame the devil.
Now again.
I love being black. I love being black.
Good night, all. Good night. Good night. Peace out.